Welcome to Indie Beacon Radio, where creative souls can find help in marketing their creations. You can send questions for each show on Twitter using the hashtag IndieBeacon. Now sit back and enjoy learning about our guest for this show.
Hi, this is Lori Allen, your host for today, and we are so glad that you've joined us. We are going to talk about a whole new idea, a whole new great way for authors to market their books. With me is the founder of Texas Authors, Alan Bourgeois. Hey, Alan, how are you doing?
Hey, Lori, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Well, you came up with this idea called Indie Beacon, and people can find out more at indiebeacon.com. We'll go over how to spell that in just a minute. But just what is it, and how did you come up with the idea, Alan?
Well, for the last 6.5 years, I've been working with Texas authors, helping them learn how to better market and sell themselves to the public. And we've done a great job. We have created so many programs that have really helped the authors that use those programs. So I wanted to go ahead and now offer that to the rest of the world in a smaller scale. So I chose Indie Beacon as that opportunity. So basically, we're going to be offering the same type of programs through emails to help let authors know, the members who sign up for the program, know how to better market and sell themselves, to have discounts on certain things. For example, the Authors Marketing event that Texas Authors puts on every year. Indie Beacon members could get discounts to attend that event and learn even more marketing tools. Through the emails, they'll, of course, learn whatever new programs we find out about and we test and we recommend or don't recommend and why, plus so much more valuable information they'll get at such a really low rate of membership. Right now, the smallest membership is $50 a year, then the second level is $75 a year. And the only difference is between the types of tweets that we do promoting those authors. But throughout the website, they'll have access to blogs, to services from other professionals such as graphic artists, publishers, press release or marketing people, TV programs, almost anything. They'll be able to get in there and have access to those services so that they can become better at what they do.
So how is it different than Texas Authors?
Well, like Texas Authors, we do a lot of events throughout the state. So Indie Beacon, we won't be able to do that because the market is worldwide versus just a local state. So there's certain things that we will not be able to do for the indie authors that are part of the Indie Beacon program, but we definitely will give them a lot more information than they would otherwise get. We will help them save their time and energy through just learning about the different types of apps or programs that are out there that we test. So that they don't have to waste their time and money doing that. So they'll help them save money, help them save time, which is so critical for authors, and be able to stay one step ahead of all the other people who choose not to be a member.
That makes sense. Well, I'm Lori Allen. I'm talking to Alan Bourgeois, the founder of Texas Authors, and now the founder of Indie Beacon. So, Alan, for those of us who are members of Texas Authors, should we also be a member of Indie Beacon?
Not necessarily. Don't get me wrong. I would love the extra money, but I wouldn't encourage it necessarily. With all the information that we share through Texas Authors, they would be getting duplicate information from the Indie Beacon side. So there's no need to spend that extra money for the same type of stuff they get.
Okay, so this is more just a larger audience instead of just Texas or Texas in your heart authors.
Correct.
Okay, great. Well, we got such a good deal going here in Texas that it makes sense to offer it to people who live in other places. Now, tell us how you came up with the name Indie Beacon.
I have been struggling with finding a name for 2 years. I've had some close friends listen to a whole bunch of different ideas, different concepts, different things, and it really is amazing how much I struggled trying to find the right name for it. And knowing that we were focusing in on the indie authors, indie was an appropriate aspect of what we wanted to do. And then ultimately, through testing out a whole bunch of different things, the word beacon came up, not so much as a lighthouse, but yet still shining the light on the marketing, giving people tools to be able to see where they're going and understand better the maze of marketing that's out there. So it was a natural and really a good fit to call it Indie Beacon. And it also serves then for us to be able to grow beyond authors, which is something that we want to do down the road. We want to include the music. We want to include art. We want to include movies and other indies that are out there that need help with marketing just like authors do. So for right now, our focus is on authors, but we will plan on expanding beyond that.
Okay, now just for, I didn't really hear the term indie much until I got involved with Texas authors. So we've got some people listening who are not familiar. We're not talking about the Indy 500 or Indianapolis. We are talking about independent authors, maybe who are not signed with a big agent or a big publishing company. And so to get to the website, you can go to it now. It's Indie, INDIEBEACON.com, indiebeacon.com. Well, it's a marvelous idea, Alan. Now, have you started letting people sign up for it already?
Yes. We officially launched the website January 1st, so people are more than welcome to start signing up and start getting the weekly emails of information and stuff like that. And we're also, created the Indie Beacon radio show so that we'll be able to promote those indie authors once a week as well. And we start that February 3rd with our first guest. And we're really excited about being able to offer that as an additional use of the ability to market people. Dear Texas has done over 200 shows, so we've got a lot of experience behind us. You're one of our hosts on Dear Texas, and you're one of the great hosts for us, and we really appreciate that. And we look forward to being able to offer good quality shows through Indie Beacon Radio as well.
Well, it's great, and it's a great way for people to market themselves once they've been on radio, to make that digital asset, to put on their websites, to tweet and Instagram and Snapchat and Facebook, to let people know more about what they're doing, what their new books are about, and just publicize yourself. Let people know you're out there doing things, because sometimes you have to hear a person's name 7 or 8 times or a book title before you think, oh, I really do need to go buy that book, or I'd like to get to know that author a little bit better. So the radio shows are a wonderful opportunity for that. What other well, this is a double question, Alan. You sound so passionate about this, so excited about it, that has your blood racing.
I wish I could say it's a simple answer, but it's really not. Knowing what we've been able to accomplish for Texas authors has really been a driving force for me. And now being able to take that and help the rest of the world, for those who really want to expand and grow and become true published successful authors, that's what's exciting. I've seen so many success stories within our organization that it warms my heart when I get those emails on a fairly regular basis saying, because of this, this happened, because of this, this happened. And they're referring to the different programs that we do. So being able to share that on a worldwide basis is exciting, and helping empower people to become better and stronger at what they do is the most empowering aspect of it all. We had mentioned the radio show, and you mentioned social media as part of that. And what we have learned so much in the years that we've been doing this is that readers love to connect with people, human beings, more so than they do on the social media aspect. And the radio show is one of those options that they get to learn about the person, get a better feel of what the person's writing about, understand where they come from, especially when they're reading certain stories. So that's an additional thing that we just love sharing. So for that aspect, that's the passion, the drive that gets me excited to really help other people to go through this, to learn from it. I'm a published writer, an indie writer, and I know what it's like to be lost in that maze of marketing and the maze of publishing. And so now being able to offer these tools to help make someone's life easier, more successful, those are the good driving aspects that I love.
One of the things that seems different to me, I mean, you would probably, I know you would, help anybody who said, hey, I need help finding a printer. I need help finding a graphic designer. I need help finding someone to prepare me for the media. I know that you would help that person do that. A directory is on Indie Beacon with some resources like that. And that's got to be something that will maybe save you time. And also it's something that we as authors and members, we can say, hey, go here and look at this instead of asking me 20 questions. We wouldn't say it that way, but we would say, here's a good resource for you.
Exactly. And the directory is a full collection of different types of things. You know, we had mentioned graphic artists, editors, basic proofreaders, people who are involved in the media programs such as yourself, who help educate people how to do interviews, both radio, TV, or whatever, people who help with getting photography. A lot of authors really don't know what good headshots look like, and we have a list of photographers to help them with that. We have even contests listed on the directory as well. We have different types of publishing consultants. We have just about everything you need to be successful, and we don't limit to just one or two people. We have a good list that we're always adding to it because we want the authors to be able to read the different types of people out there and find the one that connects with them, because that's so important for their success as well, is that connection. So we're excited about having that.
Well, and we love our sponsors, and I know it's about time to hear from them, Alan, so I will turn things over to you.
Texas Authors is proud to be a supporter of IndieBeacon.com, a website that supports indie authors from around the world. If you are looking for help with marketing or getting published, IndieBeacon.com can assist you. Years of experience by the founder is available to any indie author looking for help. IndieBeacon.com, a place for creative souls to find help in marketing their creations.
Do you love to read great new ebooks? Visit EBG247.com. Be the first to discover the next bestseller. At EBG247, we have the web's largest selection of great new book reads, from that amazing new fiction or nonfiction to horror, romance, and fantasy. We even have today's best children's books. That's EBG247.com. New books arrive daily, and all ebooks start at just 99 cents. If you love to read, then you'll love EBG247.com. Low prices, large selection, and an easy-to-use website. It's all only at EBG247.com.
Are you looking for a book festival in your area? Check out the Book Festival Network, where you can find local Texas book festivals, plus information about the attending authors, their books, and even videos. The website is easy to remember. It's bookfestival.network. Don't forget to spell out network. Again, that's bookfestival.network, your home for Texas book festivals and Texas authors.
Lori, and I'm with Alan Bourgeois, who is the founder of Texas Authors, the founder of Indie Beacon, and also an author himself. So, Alan, how do you find time to run these organizations, come up with these ideas like book festivals and contests and new marketing ideas, and write? What is your secret?
Yeah, that was the key word, and write. I haven't been able to do that, unfortunately, which is really killing me, because there are two books that have been struggling in my mind and telling me they need to be written, and because I do so much for the authors, I just don't have that much time to sit down and write. So I've got to figure out a way to start finding that time before these stories start driving me totally insane.
Can you talk them into some sort of recorder while you drive? Because I know you drive all over the state of Texas.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to do that, and then use some kind of program to translate or transcribe them, so that I can, have that free time of not having to sit there and type them up myself, or hire somebody ultimately to just sit there and transcribe it. But yeah, as much as I do drive, I have plenty of time to sit there and talk.
Yeah, yeah. So does this Indy Beacon mean that you'll be driving all over the United States?
Hopefully more flying than driving. I do enjoy flying more than the drive. One, they're more productive, but I also will be able to get out and see more. Ultimately, I do hope that we can be out there to different types of book festivals, not only representing Indy Beacon, but also Texas authors. We've been wanting to get to the Germany Book Festival, Frankfurt Book Festival, for years. We've been invited to the LA Times, to the New York Book Festivals. So those are ones that hopefully now, with more members from around the country and around the world, we'll be able to go to have those communications, those one-on-one meetings, to help them and help us at the same time.
Cool. That's very exciting. That's not only national, international, and maybe one day intergalactic. Alan, I love the idea of Indy Beacon for even those of us in Texas who have writing friends who have nothing to do with Texas, because, let's face it, you've got a very general, loose membership if their heart's in Texas. But I have a friend in Montana who publishes independent books. I don't know that she's ever set foot in Texas. I don't know that she has any particular opinion about it. So I just don't, while we would probably all benefit from her book, I just don't see her joining Texas authors. But this Indy Beacon might be something that would be real appropriate, and I would have no qualms about suggesting it for her.
Well, I appreciate that immensely, and you're absolutely right. Those are the authors, those indie authors that we are wanting to help. I think the top comments I hear from most indie authors is, I want to spend time writing. I don't want to spend time learning how to market. Unfortunately, in today's world, you have to know how to market. You have to be out there doing that to continue to be successful in what you ultimately want to do, which is hire somebody to do it so you can sit there and write, the rest of your life. But until you get to that point, you need to know the marketing aspect, and we're here to help them make it as smooth and as easy as we possibly can so that they can spend more time on the craft of writing. So many of us want to be able to create more and to put those stories out there. Like I said, I've got those 2 books in my mind, but I have a whole bunch of short stories driving me nuts too. And I'd love to be able to find more time to be able to sit there and do that, just like any author would.
Oh, sure. Well, hey, I'm Lori Allen, a Texas author and soundbite coach, and I'm talking with Alan Bourgeois today. And we're talking about a new initiative, a new project, a new business called Indy Beacon. The website is indybeacon.com. That's INDIE, B as in boy, EACON, like a beacon on a lighthouse, indybeacon.com. And Alan, can you go over those payment plans or membership plans again?
Sure. We have 2 membership programs. The first one is the simple one. Basically, they're identical. One is for $50, and we will put out tweets without images and also Facebook postings and things of that nature, which would be pretty much about every other day we would be promoting the individual indie authors. To do something like that, if you were to hire somebody or hire one of the very many companies that are out there doing that, you'd be spending a lot more than $50 a year on that. Then we have the level 2 membership, which again includes everything number 1 does, but then we add the imagery for those tweets that we send out. And again, you could easily spend 3 to 4 times the yearly membership that we charge for having somebody do it for 1 or 2 months. So it's definitely not only financially feasible in that respect, but the information you get from us once a week on the latest trends, the latest information, different programs that are out there, apps or software or whatever, that becomes the most valuable asset. And over the years, we know we've saved our Texas Authors members well over $2,000 a year, and and just time alone in trying to learn about all this stuff, because we test it, we know it, and we share the information.
And how much did you say the second plan was?
The first year is $50, and then $25 additional, which is $75, is level 2.
Okay. Wow, that is a pretty good deal. So that's a bargain that can't be beat. So how do people sign up for this?
It's really easy. All they have to do is go to indiebeacon.com, and at the very top is membership plans. They just click on that, and then they'll be able to see the 2 different levels. And they can also then, when they put their mouse over the membership plan, see the membership directory, which they'll be added into. And we list people by their first name as well as their last name. We include links to their website so that people can learn more about them, and especially about their books. And then, of course, the radio show, they'll be scheduled for that, which would be another value to them as well.
Great. Well, what am I not asking you about Indie Beacon that I should be asking you, Alan?
Oh, I mean, there's really no reason for indie authors not to be a part of this. And I would even encourage those authors that are part of a small publishing house or even the large publishing houses that want to learn more about marketing to be a member of us as well. Ultimately, as this continues to grow, we'll offer more benefits and more programs. And it's hard for you not to get such a great value from this program. I mean, even if you're doing the minimum of $50 a year, you're going to learn so much. You're going to see your book sales increase because of what you learn. It more than pays itself. So it's definitely a great deal. And being the fact that Texas Authors has now been around almost 7 years and has had lots of success and continues to grow in all the different things we do, that experience alone is what we share with Indie Beacon authors, the indie authors, and we want to make sure that they can grow just as well.
You know, I just was looking at the site, and you have a great Twitter site already with 327 tweets up, and so people might want to follow Indie Beacon there. It looks like it's easy. The Twitter address is @Indie Beacon. How much simpler can you get than that? And some good information, too, there. So check out that, and then go to indiebeacon.com as well, and you can see there are links to Facebook and Instagram, explanations from Alan that tell different things about Indie Beacon. I like the tagline that it's a guiding light for creative souls. That's nice.
Okay. And
you don't have
Twitter.
to be modest. You can say, I'm brilliant.
Well, I mean, that's really what we are. We are that guiding light for those creative people. I know what it's like to have somebody help you through the process, and that's what I'm here to do, is help people with that. You mentioned Twitter and following already on Twitter. Over 6,000 people, plus in our Facebook, plus our Instagram. So those are the people we're reaching out to, plus then on my personal accounts, indie authors will get tweeted out to. So you're going to easily, in the first 2 or 3 months, have well over 10,000 people learn about you. That's huge in itself. And we continue to grow constantly. I mean, for Texas Authors, we at least average 125 new followers on all of our social media accounts every single week. And that's something I'm really proud that we've spent time working on and building. And that's exactly what we're going to do for the Indie and Beacon Group. We're going to continue to grow and continue to get followers so that people can learn who they are, what they write, and ultimately have more book sales.
Now, for those of us who, have been around Texas Authors and a little partial to the Lone Star State, are we going to get any short shrift from you working so hard on Indie Beacon?
No, not in the least. And that's the beauty of this, is that all the stuff that I work for the Texas Authors then saves me time and sharing the information with Indie Beacon. So I continue to grow at the Texas Authors and continue to give them 100% of my time. And through the Indie Beacon, then I get to share that extra information with those other indie authors to a certain degree as well.
Well, That sounds good. So again, an easy, simple payment plan that could result in a lot of marketing and publicity for you, no matter where you live, no matter where your heart is. So you will want to check out indiebeacon.com and see if it's the right solution for you as an author. And if you're just thinking, oh, I haven't written my book yet, but it sounds like it's all going to be hard, just reading some of the articles might really help put your mind at ease or give you some great ideas about how to market your book once you write it.
And if I may touch upon that, that was a great comment about, whether or not you're sure to write your book and stuff. On our website, we've just created, one of our Texas authors, Mark Lieberman, has created a blog that is showing the frustrations and the angst that he's going through writing a new book. And he's going to be sharing that information as he progresses through the book. And that, if anything, will help people understand how you can achieve certain things, but also realize you're not alone in the world of writing. All of us go through our angsts and our problems at times when we go to writing, even our writer's block. So that's a good blog for people who are wanting to grow in that aspect, to follow along and see what he does.
That's really cool. It's like a behind the scenes. I mean, he can maybe make a book out of that. They have the director's cut on DVDs. That sounds like something that every author or wannabe author could learn from.
Exactly. And we've shared that on Texas Authors blog as well.
Great. Well, Alan, I know it's time for us to go, maybe hear from a few more sponsors, but this has been so enlightening and so exciting to learn about. Thanks for sharing your time.
Thank you. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for listening to Indie Beacon Radio, where creative souls can find help in marketing their creations. To learn more about Indie Beacon services, to be a guest on the show, or to advertise on our show, please visit our website at indiebeacon.com.